Hi ladies, how are you? Okay, so I am back with a update on my, I don't even know what to call it, like my non-cycle limbo cycle after miscarriage, because it's not actually cycle, I'm not in a cycle. But as you may recall in my previous vlog, I was talking to you about that I'm under a naturopath, and she has me on these remedies, and she's basically trying to restart my cycle. So to bring on ovulation, for me to naturally ovulate on my own, and then if I don't fall pregnant, hopefully it will encourage AF to come back and basically restart itself. So I've been on the remedies for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, and because I wasn't in a cycle, she told me to start taking this one remedy and it will naturally bring on my ovulation. And of course I'm not ovulated on my own at all, I don't think, in like over 2 years. The only time I've ovulated was with Clomid back in December, where I fell pregnant but unfortunately had a miscarriage. So of course I had all my reservations and doubts, and I've never really got a strong positive OPK for a very long time, maybe over 18 months, and even then it was just surges. It wasn't an actual ovulation because I never felt anything. And when I ovulate, I always get like a certain cramping. It's not like a period cramping, it's not painful, it's just discomfort, and it's like a pulling, twinging sensation. And when I had my Clomid back in December, I had that, but it went right around. It was like a belt, and right around my back, and it was very intense. And I was naturally waiting for those kind of sensations again, but then my friend, of course, obviously said that was a chemically induced ovulation. It's not going to be that intense because this is your body doing it itself. So I was patiently waiting for the OPK. I started testing the OPKs on the 26th of March, and I was just doing one like every day or every second day. And you take this remedy. She said take it until you get a positive OPK, or take it for 10 days. So on day, I think it was 7 or 8, which was the 1st of April, I got a positive OPK, a nice dark positive. I'll show you the OPKs now, but they have ovulated. They have faded. So I'll insert a picture at the end of the video of when they were fresh, and I just took a picture so you can see the full darkness. This is what they look currently, and you can see the transition. It's gone like, you know, light in fading in, and that's my darkest one there, the 1st of April, and then it faded out the day after. So that's a really nice like fade in and fade out with the super dark one. That was really dark. I'll show you that the photo at the end of this video. And that night I felt weird. That's the only way I can explain it. It was like I had discomfort. It was not like cramping. It was like a pulling, twinging motion with a bit of discomfort. Like, you know when like you pull a muscle, and just say you pull a muscle in your side or something, or you got like a stitch and you stand up and you get like that kind of pain. It was like that. It's like I was sitting down, I'm fine. I stand up, it's like, oh, kind of like a twinging thing. And I had that back in December as well, but it was just more intense. This wasn't as intense because obviously my body's doing it naturally. So if I have ovulated, if I did release an egg, it would have been that night. It was on during the night. And I've got to mention the day before that positive OPK, I had CM, like my first increase of CM since the miscarriage. Like since the miscarriage, I have been dry. I know TMI, but I have been dry, and like to the point of painfully dry. And these remedies help you naturally produce progesterone, but naturally to help your body produce its progesterone, naturally to bring on ovulation, and naturally help with cervical mucus. So this is the first time I had cervical mucus since before the miscarriage. So, and it was the third time it was like slippery, and there was like lots of it. It wasn't EWCM to the point, like but it was the consistency, but it wasn't really stretchy. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. So obviously we've been BD'ing every second day, and we BD'd on that day as well. So if I did ovulate on the 1st of April, I am currently 3 DPO. So I could be in a 2-week wait already, which is fantastic and nerve-wracking at the same time. And I'm trying not to pinpoint all the signs and symptoms and that sort of stuff, and compare to back in December, because obviously that's completely different because it was a Clomid cycle. It wasn't my natural kind of cycle. So I am maybe 3 DPO, ladies. Fingers crossed for me that I did ovulate on my own. Obviously there's not any guarantee or for me to know if I have or not, because I'm not being checked by a doctor. I'm not under any blood tests at the moment. I'm just doing it naturally by myself with these remedies. And I have noticed one thing for sure with these remedies: they have helped with my moods, they have helped with my migraines, just my well-being in general. My skin's clearer. I don't have hormonal acne every few weeks. I don't have hormonal migraines constantly. It just seemed to be balancing everything, and that's the whole point of herb remedies, is just to balance my hormones, balance my body, and to get back into doing things by itself, because these miscarriages have just thrown me so out of whack. After my miscarriage from my December pregnancy, like back in February when I had my miscarriage, the first weeks afterwards, it was horrible, not only emotionally depressive, but my body was just so out of whack. Like, I had acne, my hair's falling out in clumps, the not only just the depression, the bloat, the uncomfortableness. It was like part of me, my body was still thinking it was pregnant, like I still had the sore, swollen boobs and all that sort of stuff, and then the other half, like the hormones were going crazy. I mean, you would not want to live around me in those first few weeks. So I'm so blessed and grateful that I'm under this naturopath, and that she's helping me that way with emotionally and healing and coping better in day-to-day life and all that sort of stuff since my miscarriage. And if I have ovulated on my own, like if I've fallen pregnant or any of that sort of thing, of course that is going to be amazing and a miracle and totally blessed and happy. So fingers crossed for me, ladies. I'll keep you updated on my signs and symptoms. Don't worry about the phone. And she will get it. And I'll keep you updated, all that sort of good stuff. And I'll put those photos in now so you can see what they look like and how dark it was. And the fact that it was my first dark OPK on my own without Clomid is amazing. So fingers crossed, and hopefully I am pregnant and it will be due Christmas Eve, which would be even more of a blessing and fantastic. So I'll keep you all updated, and thank you again for all your messages and kind words and for supporting me and following my journey. It means a lot. Until next time, bye.